Oh yeah, I should actually go on there and
All right, just
so I can
waiting for
watch
people to come in.
so I can watch the damn chat. We got one.
Yeah, it's probably me.
How dare you be in my chat? How dare you?
All right, we got 5 already.
8.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey there, Kyle.
Waiting for this to load so it does its feedback thing.
Good evening, guys. 12 so far. You're still waiting for it to load up?
Yep, I'm still waiting for the live stream on my end to load up.
How come it loaded up easier on mine than yours?
I have no clue. It's still.
I mean, mine's got a little lag to it, but mine loaded up a lot quicker.
I think my my modem needs to be replaced or something, because Jesus Christ. Still waiting for it to load.
Okay. This is getting annoying. There we go.
Jesus Christ, there. Finally.
Make sure
All right, there's 12 people in here now. Cool.
11, 12.
Just waiting for a few more people to get in here.
Hey, Stephanie. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, I have to load it again.
Thank you for the advice. Hopefully the advice worked out for you. The choking worked. Oh, God. Here we go.
Are we doing the choking thing again?
I think so. The choking worked. Oh, God.
We're already starting off on a great foot.
Yes. As long as we don't play the penis game again.
Miss the hair, doing great, by the way. Wait, which one of us?
I don't know.
I got mine tied back right now because it's kind of knotty in the back.
It's always knotty.
Everybody can hear us okay. Everybody can see us okay. There's no problems with that. Because we're gonna take a couple of questions and then get right to we're gonna get right to the stories.
I see Mandy made it. I was supposed to actually remind her, but okay, at least she's here.
Always naughty and yes. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start out with a couple of questions. Like, you guys got any questions for Night Stalker?
Yes.
While we get ready for the stories.
Yes, Haunted Library. It's already encoded, and it'll be up at, I believe, 6 o'clock in the morning. So that'll be 6.5 hours or so. So everything's good to go. What are you doing? You're over there like screwing around with things on the desktop.
I'm getting my stuff ready.
Oh.
See?
Just in time, came home from work. Perfect. So I guess this was a decent time.
So you guys, we tried to get live at 10 o'clock, but some stuff got in the way, and then well, here we are at 11. And then let's see. I can get rid of that.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and start with yours?
Yes, I had a request on the last live feed to do a Skinwalker story. So I decided to grab one that I did for Swamp Dweller not too long ago that you'll probably see on his channel here soon. So I will be getting to that in just a second. Is everybody, how many people do we have in here? Everything good to go?
We have 16.
Okay, so 16.
Let me just put out a tweet real quick.
Stop. Should I start, or do you want me to wait till you're done with your tweet?
Yeah, let me tweet it out real quick.
Ever been in the dark web? No, I have not. I refuse to. I know some people who have, and they say it's not as bad as, some people claim it is. I don't think they went to the right websites. My sheltered little sister thought a skinwalker was a prostitute when I asked her if she knew what it was. I would expect that from a sheltered person.
I can see that.
I can kind of see them being a skinwalker. I mean, they do wear slutty clothes. Thank you for being on early. You're welcome, Jessica. I tried being on a little bit earlier, but we had some difficulties.
Jessica Elizabeth. I don't think he's ever been on the deep web, but I have. It's not at all what you think it is. It's just like medical records and crap. That's all it is.
I'm pretty sure if you dig deep enough, there might be something in there.
There's always something there, but you know, somebody trying to hide some stupid shit. But you know, for about 90% of the deep web is just shit that nobody wants to see.
That's the normal internet, though.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's not some dark, mysterious place that you know criminals go to hide. Well, it is, but it's not too many of them.
It's because they're probably stupid. 15 people have to hit the like button. All right.
Hey, how about one more? I see 8.
Yeah, I'm not even looking. I'm just looking at the chat popping up myself.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and start.
You don't need to record this one. I already have it recorded.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to read off this Skinwalker story that I read for Swamp Dweller a few days ago, actually, for a collab that should be up on his channel in the next couple of days, I believe. My friends and I thought about going for a hike. Hold on. My friends and I thought going for a hike would be a fun activity since all we do is play video games. We live in a city that I cannot say due to privacy reasons. We all took the same car. There were 4 of us: Tara, Robert, Olivia, and me. Emily, the driver, took 4 hours. And once we got there, the sun was starting to set. There was traffic, so it had taken much longer than it should have. Although it was getting darker, we did not want to waste this trip. I walked out of the car. All of my friends had gotten out on the other side of the trail on it, but I, being my dumb self, got out on the side with all the overgrown grass. As I got out, I looked at my feet. Then I looked up. "Oh my God," I screamed, and everybody came around the car to look. "Holy shit," Robert said while he stared at all the blood and body parts of an animal scattered. The smell hit me like a wave. My eyes started to water, and I went back into the car. I looked out the window at everybody else. They all started to walk up the trail, so I ran up to catch up with them. We have to make up as much time as we can. It's getting dark, and we don't have time to stare at what happens when animals die, Robert told me. I glanced around. Something wasn't right. I looked to my left and stopped dead in my tracks. Olivia had seemed to notice too, because she screamed. Olivia had grabbed my hand, and we both ran to the other side of the woods. As we ran and left the group, I tried to make out what I just saw. The antlers, long arms, skin so tight and pale you could see bones, and the black eyes that seemed to suck in all the light. This wasn't a wolf. It was a Wendigo. Olivia and I kept on running until it was so dark that we could not see anymore. I lay down on the fallen leaves next to a big rock. At this point, I did not care about any bugs. I slowly drifted off into a dead sleep. Soon after I woke up, screams were all that I could hear. Then it all stopped. A voice came out of the darkness. "Help!" A voice with no energy in it called out. I got up and ran with Olivia until we found our car again. I was bleeding from all the pricker bushes. I waited with Olivia in the car until any others could come. Hours had passed, and through those hours, I stared at the woods, seeing yellow eyes occasionally showing through the car lights. Once the sun had started to rise, Tara came through the woods in tears. I found Robert in the clearing next to the rock, dead. I realized he was the one who called out for help. Years later, I have now just started to tell people about what happened. Never leave your friends alone in the woods at night. Jesus Christ. It was a little bad, a little worse the second time than that. Where is she?
Right there.
Okay. She's sleeping in the corner. Okay, that one's done. Go in the done folder. Thank you.
Yeah, I have the camera closer than usual because I was just tightening the when it's further away, it's out of focus for some reason. So, yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
Making tiny little chatter noises as I touch her in the background. I still think that's funny.
What? What did I miss?
The cup.
Oh, yes, the cup.
Her name is Sally. That's not a coincidence either. Her name is Celestial.
Next time I do a live stream, I'm bringing in Carmel.
Yeah, we need to. You guys have seen Carmel. She's all over his channel as stock footage.
Yes, she's the bigger brown dog. She's half pit bull, half lab, I believe. I actually have her on one of my stock footages that you see constantly throughout the videos.
I'd like to see a cartoon with Elmer Fudd as versus a skinwalker.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting skinwalkers. I can imagine that shit too.
I would pay to see that.
You and me both.
That'd be amazing.
Do you want to read a story too, or?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Windows to do.
Oh my god, that was good.
All right, so I'm actually starting my recording program here.
How dare you record on my live stream?
I'm going to. Shut up.
I'll do what I want. Don't tell me what to do.
I'll kill you.
I need a safe place.
All right, so this one's called "To the Person Hiding in My Garage." I'll wait till the tapping's over. You go ahead.
I'm done.
Oh.
For now.
This story takes place during my senior year of high school when I still lived at home with my mom. It was a Saturday, so I slept in as any teenager does, and my mom left for work early that morning. So I had spent my day at home alone. I decided to do some cleaning around the house when I realized that we were out of paper towels. So I went down to the garage to get them, since that's where we kept extra things. My mom lives in a 3-story town home where the main floor is on the second floor, and the first floor is just a small entryway at the bottom of the stairs, and 2 doors. One is where the front door is, and the other leads to the garage. So I walked down the stairs and opened the door to the garage to flip on the lights, but realizing I didn't need to. The garage door was wide open and letting in a lot of daylight. Maybe to some, this would be no big deal, but my mom lives in a not great part of town and is adamant about closing the garage door when she leaves. I remember feeling weird about it since it was so unusual, but chalked it up to my mom just not realizing, or maybe something had rolled under the door, so the automatic sensor kept it from closing completely, and she drove away without realizing. I looked over into the dark corner of the garage where the boxes were stacked and the paper towels were stored. For some reason, I couldn't get myself to walk over there and grab them. I do have a slight fear of the dark, so I figured that caused my sudden hesitation. I just stood in the doorway and pressed the garage door button on the wall and watched it close completely. I made sure nothing blocked it from closing and waited a good 10 seconds before leaving to make sure it really shuts this time. I switched off the lights, walked back inside, and locked the garage and walked the door to the garage. I took maybe 2 steps up the stairs before I heard boxes tumbling scuffling of feet, an audible mechanical sound of the garage door opening. I noped it up the rest of the flight of stairs and then just stood at the top step for probably about 20 minutes, just shaking. It wasn't until my mom got home asking me why the garage door was open, and I went back down. Other than my mom's car in the garage, it was completely empty except for boxes in the corner where we stored extra things for the house. I looked and saw that the boxes were toppled over, and I had to explain to my mom the situation. I'm so glad my gut told me not to go into the dark corner of my garage, and to whoever decided to creep in there, let's not meet. Yeah, I know that's not what it says.
It says, ew, no, go away.
It says, ooh, no, go away.
What? Okay, that's a new one. That's a new one.
I'd say. So what have you guys been?
Garage dweller. Oh, who's the garage dweller, Mandy?
that would be Swamp.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna save that. If I can
You're not
navigate my own PC.
You've had
Jesus
this thing
Christ.
for how many years and you can't navigate your own damn computer?
I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, but
I think he lost a few brain cells.
I think it was that sleeping pill like 2 days ago.
That was 2 days ago. That shit should have been
know.
out of your system by now.
It should be, but it's not. And I'm lethargic as shit.
What are we drinking tonight? I'm drinking a cherry vanilla Pepsi.
Regular Coke with lime.
That wouldn't be a regular Coke with lime. It's just a lime Coke.
That's a regular Coke with lime. It's not a Diet Coke with lime.
I'd hope it's not Diet Coke. That shit's nasty.
It's the Coke that comes in a red can with lime in it. That's what it is.
But it's not a regular Coke then. It's a Coke with lime.
So, guys, did you enjoy the 2 stories so far? Pepsi is awesome. That's illegal.
No, I love Pepsi, but the gas station that we go to does not have Pepsi products.
Wait, it doesn't?
No.
Are you sure?
It has Coke products.
They don't have Pepsis.
No, they don't have Pepsi in that machine. They have Pepsis Pepsi's in the
machine,
fridge, but there's like maybe like Diet Pepsi, Pepsi, Cherry Pepsi, Vanilla Pepsi, and then like something else and a couple other small Pepsi products, but it's mainly Coke.
What would you guys do if the government suddenly made Pepsi illegal?
Riot. I would start a revolution.
I heard somewhere in New York they were actually trying to ban like 64-ounce drinks and cups or the lids
they
and
did.
the straws and shit.
They did.
Can Flower Girl would riot?
I would too, Flower Girl. Trust me. Cry because I need my Diet Pepsi.
No issue. I don't drink it. I know. I've always been a Coke person because like Pepsi for me, it's got more sugar in it, so it for some reason burns my stomach, and this stuff doesn't.
I like that burn. Plus, I also like the burp that it gives me afterwards. Like it just fizzes up in my stomach. And
I like
just
it burning
lets it
going
out.
down my throat, but not when it hits my stomach. Message retracted.
What? I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before either. It's like flat Coke. Yeah, it is. Like I don't know if it's just me, but when I open up a Pepsi, it's usually already flat.
Coke makes me sick to my stomach. It does with me too if I drink too much of it. I have to be careful. Like the drink that I have now will probably last me all night, but it will make me burp like crazy.
Let's see, in Canada, our drinks are smaller. The U.S. has best sizes, especially Red Bull 20-ounce.
They say that the sweetener used for Pepsi is made from baby fetuses.
Actually, that was I don't think it was ever true. Like, if you guys hear something that's kind of iffy or kind of out there, check Snopes. Like Snopes.com is a fact checking website, and they're usually right on top of shit. So if you hear something about that again, like Red Bull has like bull semen in it or some shit, like that was some off the wall shit I heard like a couple of years ago. I did hear about the Pepsi fetus thing.
I did too, but I know it's not true. I think they use some weird knockoff sweetener.
Yeah, it's just some weird sweetener like nobody could pronounce. So like everybody was freaking out and called it like aborted fetuses or some shit.
They called it the placenta.
Was that 5 or 6 years ago? Damn.
I don't remember.
Dr. Pepper has a radiator coolant in it. Dr. Pepper has a radiator coolant in it. You know what? I would believe that.
I would too. I mean, you ever actually waited for that stuff to get flat and then try to drink it? It smells like radiator.
Hey, at least it wasn't like that movie we saw last night. That fucking gasoline and beer mixture.
Oh God, no. No, we were watching some weird B-rated movie.
It was called It Came from the Desert.
Yes. And they have this like, meathead frat party out in the middle of a desert. And this idiot decides he's going to use beer gas cans and this like pump that he had gasoline in. He didn't even wash it. He just put the beer in it and started having everybody there drink it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you that retarded?
Like, yeah, this guy was just a moron all the way through. We were hoping that the
feed froze.
The weird things were gonna get him.
My feed looks like it's loading too. I had a couple people say that the feed froze.
What in the fuck?
Here we go.
Yeah, mine.
Let me check that real quick.
Yeah, mine's loading.
Yeah, mine's still going.
Yours is going, but mine's
like both of them are going.
Huh?
Can everybody still see the stream? Like, is it still playing?
I may need to refresh.
Yeah, go ahead and refresh. All right, people are still saying that the stream is still going.
Okay, so it's just there's something on YouTube's end yet again. There has to be a better way to do this.
We could probably try OBS, but that's you guys are probably going to see a couple of streams if we do that we're just sitting there doing tech shit.
Yeah, I'm good on my end now.
Okay, that's okay.
It was just YouTube acting up, so just refresh it. You should be good.
All right, so you want to get to your next story?
I could.
I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna burp in my face the whole time. You're just gonna lean over and just
smell the gasoline.
Ew! If you're drinking gasoline, I really want to know what bath salts you're on.
I don't think bath salts exist anymore.
Yeah, they do. They're just hard to find.
Maybe
you can go to like Bed Bath and Beyond and get them.
Maybe from all the game or streaming.
It might be. I mean, anyone have a lighter? Do you have a lighter?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. You'll like just light the lighter and belch on it, and then just boof.
At least it's not like that.
At
least it's not like that one video where this dude had his girlfriend bend over and try to fart, and when she farted, she shat on the floor. It just flew out of her ass.
At least it was a schnit. You go to sneeze and just like all over whatever wall you're standing on. Paint that shit brown. Bath salt and beyond. You know what? We need to make a store, Mandy.
We do.
We need to open up a store. Probably in Jacksonville.
We might get away with it in Orlando. And yes, I said last stream that I will have a new dark web posting soon. I'm going to probably start recording it tonight after this live stream.
Is it the big one?
Hell no, it's not the
No,
big one.
no, okay.
That's gonna take me an all day thing. That's an 80-minute story.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna start on that one in
No, I think
particular.
I have like a 28-minute that I can
Yeah,
probably work on when I'm done with this, and I can post it on maybe Tuesday. Maybe I'll think about it.
yeah,
Possibly.
we're probably gonna get off here. I'm not totally sure. Probably around 12, but we're gonna try to push till 12. But I've got little gnats everywhere. What the hell?
Flower
Where are these
Girl,
coming
we're
from?
actually in Florida.
Huh?
She was asking what state we are in.
We're in Florida.
Yes. All right. I guess I
Gnats.
could do one more story, and then you can do yours. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, go ahead. Do you have this one on your channel already?
No, I think this would be like a creeper story, so I can probably record this.
All right.
I might as well.
On it.
I am still unsure if this guy was nice or not. I was 22, and it was my second travel alone, and for economical reasons, but also to properly meet locals, I decided to use the couch surfing in Berlin and made my travel public. My first host was very nice and interesting as well as the third. But between them, I still had a free night which I planned to spend in a youth hotel. Because my travel was public, a guy proposed to host me for the night. He had only 2 evaluations, but they were from real people who themselves had plenty of good evaluation. I thought a psycho would not have and could not have made so many false accounts on the couch surfing site. So I accepted, and we met in the street. He seemed obviously ordinary and welcomed me in his flat. I left my luggage at his place, and he took me for a walk in the neighborhood. He did not speak fluent English, which is kind of weird for a couch surfer. The goal of a south, the goal of a south, the goal of a couch surfer is to meet people and talk with them. And he told me he had used a translation app to talk with me by message. I became a little uncomfortable during the walk. It was nice of him to offer me to be the guide, but something was strange. I just told myself that it was a cultural thing. Once we went back to his flat, I asked for the bathroom, and he told me that I could take a shower. That is normal. And he told me that several times during the short time I was with him. It scarcely added to the remarkable fact that his lube was inadvertently exposed to his. What? What the fuck am I reading? I should actually start reading these before I bother with them. What the fuck? His lube was inadvertently exposed to the entrance with perfumes and other bathroom things. Oh my god. Are we going there? We're going there.
I guess we're going there.
I noticed it when I first walked into his flat, but I thought he just did not hide it since most adults had sexual life. By the time I was in the bathroom, he had removed his clothes, so he was wearing boxer shorts and a tank top. It felt weird, but my brother chills in his flat like that. Okay. My brother chills in his flat like that. So I thought it was normal. He also dimmed the lights in the main room. I took a glance in his fridge and his kitten in general. He had only alcohol, soda, and tea, nothing else. Not even a pack of pasta or ham or anything simple to eat. He did not have a separate room. He did not have a separate bedroom. His bed was in the living room. He was also chilling in his bed. I politely told him that I needed a little rest and wanted to take a nap. Since he had a huge sofa, I genuinely thought that this is where I was supposed to sleep. But I offered to sleep in his bed with him. What the fuck? I started panicking and went to his kitchen to be alone. I decided my security was prior to politeness. I booked a night in a youth hotel on my phone. Then I pretended to need to wash my clothes, to collect my luggage, and evacuate his odd place. Later in the evening, he texted me to say he did not know what happened, but still hoped that I had a good time in Berlin. I did not report him because it can be possibly misunderstanding. But still, unusual host, let's not meet again. Okay, I really need to start reading these before I bother. What the fuck did I just read?
Nice.
A nice couch surfer or a creep. This is going to take some editing on that end. What the fuck?
What the fuck ever.
I don't know. I swear to God. This.
What do you guys think about this shit?
What the fuck did I just read?
Yeah, I would definitely trade negative 26 degree weather for 75. You can have it. Like just pack it up in a suitcase, bring it down here, and let me have it. Oh, and Cat Hall. Okay, yeah, you said tour. Can't you guys get some of your genre, creepypasta and true crime people together? Do a tour, but make sure you hit Ontario, Canada. That would be awesome sauce. Unfortunately, we can't we can't do a tour as we are right now because we're pretty much stationary here in Florida when we go to record and everything. Living arrangements on the road are expensive.
They really are.
And
softcore
$750 a month is not gonna
softcore lube
really
porn. That it did sound like softcore lube porn. I'm
Maybe
surprised
later.
they didn't mention anything about toys. I expected toys to be involved in this.
No, Ozzy, trade her with our summer heat, not our nice winter. No, yeah, that's what I meant. You can have our summer.
I don't mind the summer.
You can have our summer.
It's when it gets down to 40 degrees that I have issues with. I start freezing.
Yeah, but it's only for like a week and then it's gone. We don't get a winter here. It sucks.
I don't mind. I really don't.
This coming from somebody who says 60 is too cold.
Yeah.
60 is not too good. 60 is nice. 60 is nice. 40 is great. For 40, I can put layers of clothes on and be just fine. Yeah, 80 plus, I can't take my skin off. Wish I could like just unzip my head and walk out a fucking meat skeleton. That'd be great. Like I wouldn't have to
some
worry
Mr.
about being
Pickles
hot.
shit.
Mr. Pickle,
good boy.
We've been watching Mr. Pickles on Hulu, and it's just fucking amazing. I absolutely love that cartoon.
You and me both.
You guys should give that a watch if you're not squeamish.
It doesn't have to do with anything big squeamish. You just have to have a very dark sense of humor for that.
It's fucking funny.
It really is.
See, anything under 60 is freezing. My Florida blood can't handle the cold.
Same here. I'm a heater. I constantly produce way more heat than most people do. So I'm always cold if it goes, I'd say, any lower than like 68 degrees.
It's funny how that works, though. Like me, I don't know. I don't let off a whole hell of a lot of heat myself, but I love freezing fucking weather. California, 36. Oh, nice. Almost freezing, but not quite. You can still take a piss outside.
I'm from Kentucky where it gets 5 degrees, so Florida's 40 feels like heaven. I don't know. I've lived here all my life.
Probably like a doctor's office where it is 40 degrees.
I think I've only left state maybe twice. So yeah, I'm born and raised here in Florida. I'm used to it.
Flower Girl, where'd you say you were from? Because you said it's just nothing but rain.
I don't know. We get a lot of rain here too. I think she said she's from Florida too. I think, right?
Canada. Alberta, Canada. Is that in the southern part of Canada, or is that the northern, like Or is
Edmonton.
I forget what shape Canada is.
Should we look it up?
I'm gonna take a look, guys.
He forgot what shape Canada
Canada.
is. At least it's not Florida where it looks like a giant penis.
It kind of does.
It does. It looks like a wang.
Okay, so that's Canada. That yellow part here. So yeah, you have fucking like... far north, far south, and all directions.
Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like a ship that got cut in half, but at an
Jesus
angle.
Christ, California in the summer, 110 to 112. Yeah,
is that humidity wise or actual temperature?
I think that's just actual temperature. Like in the shade, 110. Because yeah, it can do that down here. Like we hardly ever see anything over 100, but if it does, it really goes over 100, and it's always
it's usually the humidity. In the shade. It's usually the humidity that hits you. It'll be like 80 degrees, but feel like 140.
Yeah, you can stand under a tree and melt. Like your all the metal on your pants and your shoes will start
melting, and it'll be like that liquid metal dude off of the Terminator.
What was that
the T-1000?
Was it the T-1000?
Yeah, I think it was the T-1000.
What was Arnold supposed to be like?
The T-100.
T-100.
He was the original model.
It's like Vegas in the summer. Yeah, I hear Vegas like will make your face.
But it's in the desert. Of course, it's going to make you melt. It's in the middle of the desert.
Like California is a desert, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I've been told.
Are you going to do one of yours?
Yeah. I got this one called "Almost Shot by a Drunk Guy in the Middle of Nowhere."
Sounds like a good time.
Make yourself account problem.
No,
there's no problem. Stop it. T-800. What was T-800? Well,
because I remember in Terminator 2, the liquid metal guy was the T-1000, and every time I've looked up like figurines of the original Terminator, it was always the T-100.
Okay, so Terminator 100 was I'm not even sure what's the T-1000.
Yeah, the Terminator Sarah Chronicles. The T-1000 is a shape-shifting android assassin. That's the liquid metal dude.
Okay, so what was it? T-800. Terminator T-800
is a type of Terminator. Blah 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 blah. Times.
No, that's Arnold.
Okay, so I guess
right.
Then where did the T-100 come in?
I don't know. That's what you said.
Because I remember the figurine that I almost bought that was like $60 and it looked like Arnold. It said the T-100 on it, and it actually had it on a card in the background saying the T-100. I don't know.
It had to be a misprint.
If that was a misprint, then I missed out on some big fucking money.
I think you did.
I think so.
It's not responding. Hold on.
How dare it?
Technical difficulties on this end. I'll be fixing them as fast as I can.
Oh, well, if he's the T-800, then that figurine that I saw was a misprint. It said T-100 on the back of the card that I saw. And it was actually out at that flea market that we need to go to. Not the one that's closing down, but the one.
Okay,
that other one. Yeah, I actually saw it there. It was the T-1000, then it had the T-100, then it had Sarah Connor. They were like $60 a piece.
They're not there anymore, would they?
I doubt that. That was like 15 years ago,
16 years ago. Somebody bought that shit.
Somebody probably did and went, "That's a misprint. Mine."
Fully useless info. On some things I am too.
Yeah, me too.
Nobody needs to know how to EV train. Like nobody needs to know that. When they made Special Terminator Tundra Release.
I'm not sure about that one.
What was that? The T-100.
That might have been one of the other models, like maybe like the little Land Rover looking thing that would roll around and start shooting you with
Yeah,
lasers. That might have been the
the
T100, but
the
if that's
fucking
the case, they still fucked up on that figure, and I should have bought that all those years ago.
15 years ago. Let's see, you would have been 15. So could you have even bought it?
Oh, I could have bought it. It was a figurine.
Like, how much were they asking?
$60.
That's
It came
almost
with a stand. It came with a little card in the background of Arnold, and even had his printed signature on it. Like it came with the full kit and caboodle. It even came with his shotgun and the handgun and everything. It was
that
fucking
would have been
cool.
nice to have.
Yeah. It showed like half of his face ripped off like in the movie. It was fucking great. I should have bought that bitch. Because it was sitting there for like 2 years on that shelf. I'm surprised nobody bought it sooner. Damn. Yeah.
Okay. Again, this one's called "Almost Shot by a Drunk Guy in the Middle of Nowhere," and I'm gonna give it 10 seconds for room noise. Back in September, I was taking hunter ed classes with my dad. Basically, you learn parts of a gun, how to handle a gun, safety, etc. Since it was in person and not online classes, the instructor had stories to tell. These were about people not handling guns correctly, be drunk shooting or anything else like that. Most of them didn't end well. We were going shooting a lot, and in those 2 weeks, we had to prepare for the test at the end. One time we were going shooting a lot. Hold on. The words are starting to jump again. Sorry, guys. One time we went to an abandoned town that a lot of people shot at. It had been shut down due to high lead levels. I had butterflies. The entire This is why you don't this is why you don't drop out of elementary school.
Are you sure they dropped out of elementary school?
I think
I
that's
think it
where
was preschool.
I think this is where people learn to use a comma and where not to put it. I had butterflies the whole ride, but brushed it off just as nerves. Mistake number 1. That evening, we were the only ones there. We thought it would be pretty nice, comma, since there would be more open spots. Keyword, thought. We settled on a spot behind a hill, comma, and shot at another hill nearby. My dad was sighting the 22 gun we had brought, and I was sitting behind him. My earplugs were in, so it was hard to hear things, especially far away. All of a sudden, there was a very loud shot. It had to have been my dad since I was close to him and it was so loud. I was initially scared, as the above mentioned stories we were told of shots being accidentally fired didn't end well. In a cornered voice, I asked if it was my dad. When he said no, my fear became much greater. Another shot was fired, and our only thought was to become seen. We quickly unloaded the gun so it was safe and ran up the hill. Mistake number 2. My mom was wearing bright yellow, and we were all jumping up and down, waving our arms. There was no way we couldn't have been seen. After 2 or 3 more shots, we ran to the edge. The next part confirmed our belief that he had seen us and still continued to shoot. My dad called the police to report what was happening. He walked further out to see details like the color of the truck, how many people, etc., was in the view of the shooter. Just a bit after my dad got off the phone with just a bit after my dad got off the phone with they're jumping again. Just a bit after my dad got on the phone with the guy, what the hell? I'm just going to move on. probably assuming the cops or other authorities were called. We wished that we had brought the gun because we were convinced he was shooting at us. We stayed where we were for a long period of time, waiting for the police when a group of maybe 4 high schoolers came. My dad went and warned them about the previous events and decided after 15 minutes of waiting and no police arriving, we wanted to get out of there. We went avid gathering. We went gathered our stuff, and I looked at where the shots had come from with some goggles or something that told distance. The shots were no more than 25 meters away. If he had bumped these guns just a bit, we'd be dead or we'd be in the hospital. Driving away, the police finally came. They asked us some more questions, and we were finally able to get the crap out of there. He was unfortunately never caught, but we fortunately never went back there. We don't know if he wasn't trying to mess with us or was actually trying to shoot us, or maybe just drunk, but we were terrified. So, possible drunk long-distance shooter, let's not meet. God, that one's going to need some hell of a editing job.
I know.
Like, Jesus Christ with the commas. Like, the whole story was nothing but, like, commas right in the middle.
Mandy was saying maybe they were shooting at the poor Guerrero. I replied, the person who wrote this needs to be shot.
I swear to God, I fully agree with you.
I even wrote, Jesus Christ, this is worse than mine.
Maybe they were shot and they were trying to do the best they could.
They got shot in the hand.
Like they got shot in the head and survived, and that's the result that we now have of a story writer. Jesus Christ.
Lacey Love has a schoolgirl crush on you.
Oh no.
I'm not sure what to say about that, but thanks.
She fangirls over you. I can't. Oh my.
Oh
my.
Lacey, were you the one that commented last week saying, please marry me? Or was that somebody else?
It might have been. I don't remember anymore. Could have been somebody else.
Like after like the somebody call it laryngitis, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and call it. Like after the laryngitis fit that I had over the week, I can't remember shit. Like I could hardly remember what channel we were going to do this on today, and I started setting up for my channel, and he's like, "Hey, we're doing it on my channel today."
Yeah,
we're doing this again.
And then we got confused, and we had to go back to one of the old streams to figure out if it was my channel or his channel, and I don't think we specified.
I don't think we did. Like I heard myself say something about doing it on my channel, like doing a live stream on my channel, but I never said when. And I was still like, I was still sick then and losing my voice, but it's back now. I can speak full sentences now without having every other word just a whisper.
Watch after this live stream, you're going to be back to where you were.
No, I can feel a little bit of congestion, but it's not like it's not horrible like it was. Like I still have my deep end, I still have my high end, and I'm good. So if I had done that and it come out a whisper, I'd have been pissed.
At least it's not coming out as a whisper.
Yeah, that sucked. I could not. Like everybody was trying to call me on the phone that week, and I'm like, I can't. I was messaging them like constantly. I can't talk on the phone unless you want to hear me whispering through the phone, and nobody wants me to whisper in their ear.
No, because he kind of sounded like he was, one of those 30 packs a day smokers for like 80 years.
Like that guy, we went to a card shop.
About to have one of these.
We went to a card shop. Remember that? Like, we nicknamed this guy Batman. I know it was a horrible fucking nickname.
Isn't it that dude that had that really low Batman tone like this?
Yeah.
And that's how he talked.
He
just like this. and you couldn't understand him because he had a slur.
Oh, I thought Cat Hall just said, "Is that ear butter?" I'm like, no, that's not ear butter.
It's ear. Is your ear?
Yeah,
better?
my ear's fine now.
Not ear butter. What
I-
is ear butter?
The words are starting to bounce a little bit.
Oh God, you need help.
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
It's. Well, let me see. I have a something that tells me the degrees in this room. It's loading. It's loading. It's still loading.
Talk about the court stuff.
There it is.
Yeah, if anybody missed it, just in case, I don't mind
70
explaining
degrees.
it. What?
It's 70 degrees in here.
That's not bad.
It's terrible.
75 is perfect for me. But no, anyways, the court stuff. After I, got tossed in, I'm gonna call it the slammer. After I got tossed in there, the very next day, about 10 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from the judge. I was asked if I could what was it, the purge? If I could pay the purge. And I told them, yeah, I could in 2 weeks, but I can't in this place. They're like, well, we'll let you out. Just give us a few hours, blah, blah, blah. But you have to pay it by the 10th. So I after contacting him, trying to call him for hours from the jail phone.
Yeah, that jail phone sucks.
It really does. I swear to God. They do not want you to make a phone call in that place.
I started getting the phone calls around, what, 5?
I think so, 5 or 6. And
you started calling me around 4.
Yeah.
But I actually started getting the phone calls around 5. Like, they actually started coming in, and I couldn't answer them.
Yeah. So
like, all I heard was, please pay for the inmates collect call or whatever. They were asking me to pay for the fucking call.
Yeah, and I was supposed to have the free. It was supposed to be free outside of the jail. So after I got let out, they had this little cell phone or this little, telephone fucking thing attached to the wall. I forgot the name of those things.
I don't know.
We're gonna call them Superman phones, but but no, I finally got out, and I was sitting there calling and calling and calling, and I finally decided to sit down in the lobby and watch whatever TV show was on Discovery Channel for a little while waiting. And I kept walking back and forth. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm about to take this 5-hour walk home. I don't give a shit. And then I get to the end of the road and I look down. I'm like, no, fuck this. It's not worth it. So I go all the way back to the jail and go try to call him again. And I'm over there yelling and screaming at every single thing that I possibly could. I was pissed. He finally picks me up. And I had to, beg my roommates and, borrow some money from some people to finally get the purge taken care of. I got it done early. And afterwards, I ended up going to the child support office. They told me that I was eligible to get my child support reviewed. Okay, that's not for me. Anyways, now I've sent in the paperwork to have them send me in the review case. So all I have to do is just send them in what I'm making, and they'll see about lowering down my child support. So I'm just waiting on them right now.
So we're hoping that was a good thing that came out of all this.
I hope so, because $550 a month is kind of fucking ridiculous for one kid.
It is. And yeah, my brother was paying about the same amount for per kid, but it was 3 kids. It was it was paying $1,800 a month for 3 kids. That is insane.
I'm surprised your brother didn't, Kurt Cobain.
I'm surprised he didn't either. Okay. The last couple of minutes. Next week, let's go ahead and plan for next week, or maybe at the end. I don't know. Yeah, Jesus Christ is right.
Yeah,
fucking $1,800 a month.
Yeah, there was a dude that when I worked at one of my jobs as a groundskeeper, there was this guy who was paying $1,055 back in the 70s for one kid. I looked at him and was like, what kind of fucking job did you have? He was like, I had a minimum wage job, and she hit me for everything I had, took my house and the car and took the kids and I wasn't able to see my kid for like 10 years. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. And she still hits you with $1,000?
I got to look this up. His Divine Shadow says go to Google Street of this address.
6620.
I got it.
Okay. US 27, Lafayette, Georgia. One's a xenomorph from Aliens. Oh my God.
All right. Let me remember how to get the Street View. It's been a while.
Bro, Street View images. There we go.
Come on.
Stop being retarded.
I think I had to zoom all the way in.
Have we heard the Karen Come Back song? No. Drive by at night, stoned and mad. See how that makes you feel.
What the fuck is wrong? I'm trying to get the Street View and it's being a douche. Maybe this. There we go. Oh my God, there it is. Ah, don't go anywhere.
Zoom in.
I'm trying.
I see it.
What the fuck?
There's the Xenomorph, and there's the Terminator. That's fucking wicked.
It won't. There it is.
Holy shit!
Oh my God,
dude, I want it.
That is cool.
I think we need to do a drive-by. I need to take those. I need those.
Look at the house. It's so trashy.
I know.
Oh my God.
But what the? How much did he spend on those?
I don't
God damn.
They probably made them. It's whoever did this made them. Like the yard is kind of clean, but I see some trash.
Kind of clean. I see PVC piping on the left-hand side, and I see what I don't know what that is.
A wreckage of some kind.
It looks like a car. It looks like a half-assed made car.
That is cool.
That is. I like that. And yes, it is awful when parents use their children like game pieces against another. That's how my ex was doing it for a while. When she split up with me, she wouldn't let me see my daughter for 3 or 4 months at a time. Mind you, she's about 2 years old at this time. And I pretty much raised her for, I'd say, the first half of her life. So me only seeing her every 3 or 4 months really hurt. Do we have Twitter? I have a Twitter. I just don't use it very much.
Whoops. There you go. There's a ignore that first one on mine. I screwed it up.
See, if I were to be paying that much for child support and she refuses to let me see my child, I'd be getting a lawyer and I'd be hitting her hard with that. Like, you don't tell me that I have to pay child support and not being able to see my child.
Yeah, if you're paying for something, you better be able to, whatever that might be. If you're paying for it, you should get it. Nobody has ever paid for anything and not had something in exchange. That's the way money works. Oh,
Cat Hall, don't worry about it. My daughter is 8 years old and she's always asking to go and come see me and stuff. And my ex is at that point where she'll make excuses but won't actually contact me to see my child unless it involves my every 2 weeks that she's given me without the court order to go see my child. So whenever Serenity decides that she wants to come see me, my ex will actually, make excuses and stuff, at least by what, Serenity tells me, because she asks all the time to come see me. And Jessica's always like, well, yeah, I think he's busy, or I'll have to ask him. And she never does. I don't get a phone call. I don't get a text message. And the only way I find out what's going on with her is if I beg to find out what's going on with my daughter. So I'm at the point where every 2 weeks when she comes over, I'll drill her a little bit. I'll be like, hey, look, what's going on? How are things at home? How are you doing? How's school? Sometimes she won't even tell me. She'll tell one of my roommates things like, she's being bullied at school and nobody's doing anything about it. One of her friends won't talk to her because her parents said that she's stupid and they shouldn't be friends with her, blah, blah, blah. So I don't hear much about my child unless it's from her or from somebody else. And it sucks. It really does.
I believe she'll always come back no matter what happens.
I'm pretty sure she will.
Like, just wait till she's 16. She'll be demanding herself to see you.
Mm-hmm. Or she'll
And,
probably want to come live with me, and then I guess I'll be getting a lawyer and having Jessica pay for child support.
Let's see.
Oh, Flower Girl, I've been going through this for 7 years now.
Yeah,
It's been the worst fucking ride I've ever been on. You know, at first, you know, we had it out to where every other week I'd pay $120 in child support per her. So I did that. And then she decided, because her mom and her now husband was drilling into her head that, oh, you should get more. He's just, you know, making excuses as to why he's not paying more, blah, blah, blah. So she took me to court and they hit me with $550 a month. Mind you, at this point in time, I'm living by myself. I'm paying for my car. I'm trying to, you know, get myself into a better position in my job. I have the opportunity to do so. And then when she hits me with that, I have to now go get a secondary job just so I can pay for everything. And even with the secondary job, I wasn't making enough to survive. So it got to the point where I lost my license, lost my car, lost my house, had to move back in with my mother. And I lost, you know, my day job, which was paying for most of my bills and the child support. And then I was stuck with the night job, which they wouldn't take the money out of for child support. So I ended up losing my license there the first time. And it's probably been the worst situation I've been in so far.
Well, we're about out of time now. We've gone over an hour, but we should plan for the next one.
And actually, her name was Serenity's name was actually from both Sailor Moon and from Yu-Gi-Oh! Joey's sister Serenity. And then we have and then you know, we have I think it was Sailor Moon. Her name was actually Rena, but it was short for Serena. So I changed it around a little bit and named her Serenity.
Okay, so when should we do this next? I'm thinking Thursday or Friday.
What, Thursday or Friday? What?
We need to do one on my channel.
I don't know.
I'm thinking probably next week. Try during the day. Maybe Friday afternoon. You think you'd be up for that?
I have no clue anymore. You forget I don't get much sleep.
Do you have any possible plans on Friday or Saturday?
Do I ever make plans? It's usually like
kinda, yeah.
Not really.
Sometimes.
Usually I'm one of those people that don't make plans until that day or a couple of hours prior.
Let's see.
Because I can never keep track of what my plans are. I'm about as bad as you are.
Well, Saturday I'm going out with Unit somewhere. So I'm thinking Thursday. That's 2 days. So Thursday or Friday during the day. Want to try? Do you want to try during the day so see what kind of crowd we draw?
I guess we could. I want to eventually do one in the afternoon on mine too.
Hopefully all you guys can make it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this for Thursday, 16th.
Oh, there won't be any legal issues. Trust me. I mean, everything's already said and done. What are they going to do? Yell at me that I did this on a live stream? I don't care about dropping names, honestly. They can't sue me because I didn't give a last name. And it's not like they'd sue me anyways. I'm not defamating any, not doing defamation of character. I'm actually speaking the truth, and I have proof of this. So let them try. I have proof of everything. I have folders this thick of everything that I've gone through with this. So let them try me. I'll win in court.
All right. So we're going to do this again on Friday afternoon. Let me make sure Let me make sure that it's not Friday afternoon that I'm going out with Unit somewhere. That would be. When did he say it?
Maybe you should start putting this in your
18th,
calendar
yeah.
on your
All right,
phone.
so Friday afternoon's good. Okay, so we're gonna do it Friday afternoon. Are you gonna be up for that?
Most likely.
I'm going live no matter what. Friday afternoon,
I'll see.
12 or 1. It's gonna be one of those two, 12 or 1.
I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
You never know. You know me. I try to sleep, but with everything going on, I can't really sleep much. So I'm always groggy and angry.
Well, what I'm gonna try to do, I'm probably gonna do a couple of tests, trying to live stream from the phone. So, we're probably gonna go out somewhere to live stream. I don't know where yet, but we'll figure it out. We got 2 days. So, all right, guys. That is going to be all for tonight. If you want to get your friends to subscribe to Night Stalker or jump on over to my channel, you hit the. I'll just put a dot in there. Just hit that, hit my channel, and go over there and subscribe there. Watch some stories on both of our channels. Tell your friends, and we will see you next time.
Have a good night, Flower Girl, and don't forget I will have a video out in about 5.5 hours. It will be featuring the haunted library, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Take care and have a good day, night, whatever it is for you guys out there.
12 a.m. here.
It's morning now.